wanted to get a video of this egg that I found this morning. It was actually laid in the run, not in the nesting box. Look at the shell on the outside of this. So inside of the sack is actually the yolk of the egg, and then the soft outer covering is actually the shell that never completely finished forming. This could be a sign that or at least this particular chicken is not receiving enough calcium, so the egg was improperly formed. Sorry for the background noise. But I thought this was pretty interesting and wanted to share it with you guys. I have been saving our eggs, our egg shells, and I throw them in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes to kill any bacteria and dry everything up. And then I put them in a bag here and I'm crushing them. I have been supplementing some oyster shell, but this is a free means of returning calcium and nutrients back to the ladies rather than going out and having to buy anything. And it's less wasteful. We're not throwing any of this out then. We can also use this in the garden. For instance, when we plant tomato plants out in the garden, putting this in the soil right below where you're going to plant will actually provide the plant with calcium, which prevents blossom end rot. So there's a lot of good benefits to retaining your eggshells, and hopefully we can resolve this issue and not have this happen again. Alright, it's a few days after I filmed that interesting egg I found. Today was the first day that we had sun all day long. It's actually 25 degrees out right now, and I feel like I should pull a lawn chair out and enjoy it. There's a honeybee. I do see a handful of bees down there. Maybe we'll stop over there after the chickens and take a look at that again as well. But our chickens, I was watching them from inside, came out at lunch, collected an egg, but they have definitely been more active and seem to be taking note of the warmer weather and enjoying it. Yesterday I did come out and refill their ash dust bath. I collect ashes throughout the summer, and I put ashes in here for them to take their dust baths in. They can also eat the ashes, and that provides them with some extra minerals that they might not be getting in their normal diet. I also mentioned that I had crushed oyster shell out here for them as an extra means of getting calcium. Unfortunately, it was that same type of feeder hanging right under their entryway to the coop here, and they just stand there and poop all over it. So the inside lip of that feeder was just caked in poop. So I cleaned it up, I spread out the oyster shell and the grit that I had in that feeder on the floor of their coop here. So I spread that out on the ground and allowed them to pick it up. It looks like they did a pretty good job. I see a little bit here. So that is the white speck there is some crushed oyster shell packed with calcium. But anyway, they probably weren't eating too much of it because it had poop all over it. So I brought out the eggshells that I've been saving and crushing, and I'm going to take a handful of this. Our Australorp is very intrigued. So I'm going to take a handful of this and just toss it all over the floor in here, all over the ground of the run, and we'll see if they eat it. This is one of my venison tallow suet blocks that I made with scratch grains. You guys still enjoying this? You ladies, I should say. Got a couple blocks left to get us through the end of winter. Check the nesting box before we go take a look at the honeybees. Looks like we got one egg in here. Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna take the wood eggs out because I know all of my ladies are laying now, so they know where to lay. Got bees all over. This is to be expected, especially since this has been one of the warmer days we've had in quite a while. A lot of bees, I'm sure, were out taking cleansing flights today. I'd be more concerned if I didn't see dead bees outside of the hive right now. This is a good sign. It means we still have bees in there. Hopefully both these colonies make it through this harsh winter we've had this year. Have a good night, ladies. Stay warm.